All right, friends. So now that we have the price discovery mechanisms down, we understand what causes exchange rates to move in the very granular perspective. We understand that it's the perceived value that leads the aggression and forces it to come out and play, if you will, by pulling or inducing institutional participants to push prices in your favor. This is a night and day difference. But how do you strategize on this? Because this is knowledge, it's intense, it's the microstructure, and it leads the market. But how do you build strategy on it? First, I would suggest that you step away from retail methodologies of top-down analysis, because you don't maintain a granular view if you're stuck out in history or over the longer term. Because it's not the higher time frames that institutions use to take and make their decisions, because they're making markets on the lower time frames looking for that cash flow revenue. So here's proof in the pudding. 5% of their daily turnover is in market making. And when aberrations occur, they then become aggressive price takers, just like you or I, on the lower time frame. So that leads us to the next tidbit or value point of analysis in terms of strategy. We don't take trades on the higher time frame. We take trades on the lower time frame. Forget the top-down analysis. That's just a flaw. It's just a flaw. And it's going to lead you astray, because it's going to force you to try and dissect the higher time frame but not recognize what the lower time frame is doing, because you're still focusing on the higher time frames. It's just absurdity. But your entries should always be focused on the lower time frame, where the institutions make their decisions. And I can show you a million times into Sunday precisely where institutions become aggressive, because I've been there. I know this. And it's all within that bid-ask bounce breach, which I've already discussed. So the bid-ask bounce breach pulls or induces buyers to become buyers, sellers to become sellers, etc. But it's going to give you a condition that results in a net directional move. All trades should start as scalps. All of them. But as they start as scalps, your analysis should allow for profitability with statistical resiliency as scalps. Then, if the condition occurs and the market continues, all right, well then your approach, your strategy, and your rules should be conducive to taking you out of the market if the market fails to continue in that scalp. Be responsive. But yet, if the price blasts beyond your traditional scalp mechanism well into profit, well then you're going to turn that trade into a swing trade or something of the longer term. But regardless of whether it's a 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute trade, 20-minute trade, 2-hour trade, it should always be dynamic. Dynamic and responsive to whatever market conditions exist, and step away from the static nonsense. That'll help you in your trading.